it. Like, this shit would be in my fridge, not... No! SD card full. We're trying out some new equipment. And I'm sad.
This is HR of Bad Brains and Human Rights. You're listening to the Tapping Out Show with Jeremy and Matt.
Welcome back to the Tapping Out Show. This is a double IPA kind of night. Matt picked Melvin. Give him a little bit more info on it, why don't you?
This is the Melvin IPA. It's a double IPA. It's got a sick amount of hops. It's got some malt. It's got some citrus. It's piney. I personally have drinking a lot of these myself, and Jeremy hasn't had it yet, so here we are.
I like how it's 9.9. They couldn't just do 10. It had to be 9.9. It's like taxes. Like it's $9.99.
This used to be my lunch beer at Whole Foods, so this is a good one. So yeah, this one was a staple at the local Whole Foods for a while. One of the few beers that would stay on the tap because everyone seemed to like it, and it's pretty good. Definitely an IPA you got to respect. You know, like Jeremy said, it's almost a 10%er. It's a 9.9999%. So I mean, it's good. I like it though. It's one of my favorites, and I like a lot of the Melvin IPAs, but this one's definitely one of my favorites.
All right, so there's a decent head on this. That was a good pour too. It almost has a champagne crystal clear to it with the bubbles and everything.
Just taste it right now. You can smell the malt, the citrus, a bunch of hops in there. It's a good beer.
It's funny, you can smell malt. Usually with a lot of the double IPAs, the malt's not that prevalent. I mean,
you see it
for a lot
and
of
taste
reasons,
it, but yeah, you don't smell it.
You know what? That smells pretty good. I like how like I said, it almost has like a champagne coat to it. It's got a champagne color to it.
Yeah, I think you can see a little bit of the citrus in there.
No, you can. Like I said, it's
definitely
got a crisp look to it. It's great.
Citrus, topical.
Ready?
Whatever. Cheers.
Cheers. Actually, you can taste a lot of the malt too.
This is definitely what I would call a classy double IPA. It's got the flavor. It's got a lot of alcohol. You're not gonna pound it like you're at a college party or anything. But
I'll take another sip. But it's actually kind of malt forward, almost like a red IPA or like one of those amber hoppy red ales. Like it actually has a. You have to be very careful when you mix the hop and malt concept, when there's a lot of hop, a lot of malt taste to it, because it either becomes very bitter or it becomes kind of almost not chalky, but you know what I'm talking about, where it's not very palate cleansing, and it kind of just sticks in your mouth to where if you were going to drink anything else, not if you're beer tasting, I'm just saying in general, like you'd have to get like a sour or like a stout just to kind of wash it out, and this doesn't have that. Because I started to feel that taste in the back of my throat, and I'm like, and then I was just gonna be bummed out. But it went away, and you still have like that malt and hop taste to it. It basically smells like the way it tastes, and vice versa.
Yes.
So
I like it. It's actually better than I remember.
Well, for a double,
9.9 too.
That's what I'm about to say. For a double, 9.9, so 10%. Is kind of low for most doubles, but I actually feel like it would impede on the taste.
Yes.
It would actually make it taste almost...
A little too hot, too much alcohol. Right?
Not just too hot, but almost like it would either make the malt or the hop concept on this beer be too much.
Yeah, of course.
Like...
It would mess up the flavor. I think it's perfect. This, to me, is the perfect... just kind of chilling, taking a couple swigs off of it, relaxing. Like I said, this was my lunch, beer where I'm just kind of chilling, drinking, a little bit, almost like a fine cognac or something. And it's really good. So definitely a big fan of this beer, and I'm glad Jeremy got to try it. So what do you think, man?
1 out of 5?
1 out of 5.
4.5.
4.5.
Because I would drink this. I would drink this like how I drink Phantom Bride, or how I drink like blazing world. Like I would drink it. All right. So yeah, 4 out of 5. So
I would say myself 4.75 out of 5. I like this beer a lot. We can go 4.5 for the show.
I was gonna say let's go 4.75 for the show. I mean, like how often, especially for doubles, will you get me to be like, all right, we can do this? I mean, it's the same thing with like Imperials. Like when we find an Imperial Stout that you're down with.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like it's kind of that same concept where it's an acquired taste. It is definitely a connoisseur's beer to have those levels, like a double IPA, an Imperial barrel aged stout. Like those are something that you specifically go to breweries for or you seek out. Yeah. And this is almost something, if you didn't know the alcohol content to it and you were just barbecuing, hanging out with friends, whatever. You know what I mean? Like you could probably get some people in trouble because they're not going to taste that alcohol. And even if they knew what it was, they would expect it to be more alcohol. So it's kind of a trade-off. So bang for buck per taste, we can do 4.75 out of 5 for sure. Awesome. I mean, it's a good beer.
4.75 from the Tapping Out Show. I personally love this beer. We saw it today when we were hunting for stuff to record.
Shout out to Temecula Valley.
And really excited that we were able to try this. I've only had this beer myself on tap. So, I mean, it's good. I'm glad that it's this good out of a can as well.
And you know,
amazing
and you know how I feel about the cans. Like, and it's
hit or miss, right?
Right. Well, it's, I don't know. We're not going to get into that different time for a different show. All right. So 4.75 out of 5. It's a decent double IPA. It's inching away to being 10%. Matt and I are going to finish this out. So if you want to hit us up, it's going to be info@tappingoutshow.com. That's our email. And then if you type in Tapping Out Show into Google, Bing, whatever the hell you use, all one word, you'll find our social media stuff. We do reply back, believe it or not. If you guys have any requests or anything else, let us know. Besides that, we're going to finish these, and you guys have a good night.
Cheers.
Cheers.